Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, back with another awesome blueprint base here, and today we're jumping in to take a look at the Town Hall 12 base, and as you'll see on the screen, this base held 5 for 5 in competitive wars. It is a really interesting base with a pretty unique layout, so you'll see right here, kind of different to anything you usually tend to see at Town Hall 12. Very kind of isolated compartments here, and the first compartment I do want to take a look at is of course the Town Hall compartment. Now at Town Hall 12, this is the first Town Hall where we do see the Town Hall starting to fight back, so of course it's very important to make sure you spend a lot of resources taking down that Town Hall, and we have that tornado trap next to the Town Hall which usually is stalling up a lot of the attempts to take it down, whether that's a queen charge which this base has defended very well against, or a Sui. You'll also see we have that isolated expo compartment there in the core of the base. That expo causes a lot of issues for these defenders because the troops seem to path around it. We also have a very interesting ego compartment up at that top 1 o'clock section. That's definitely tempting a lot of players to go in because the Eagle Artillery, of course, starting at Town Hall 11 and pushing on through all the way up to Town Hall 14 is one of these key defenses. So today we have 5 defenses that we're going to be jumping in to take a look at. And we're kicking off with the first one coming in here from Not Luke. So he chooses to zap out this 3 o'clock section, making the most of those zap spells and also grabbing the enemy queen. You can see he's going to be coming in here with dragons. He does bring an E-Drag into this attack as well. Of course, going to be bringing a maxed Stone Slammer to this attack. And we're going to be suing in towards the Town Hall. However, keep an eye on the pathing of this queen. Already she is starting to walk, so that queen walking away already is perfect. Obviously Luke probably should have done a little bit more here on trying to funnel his king and his queen in towards that Town Hall compartment. His king is going to have to go to ability there, and I'm not too sure if this king is even going to be able to snag the Town Hall. Nope, luckily he does. He is going to find the tornado trap right there, but he ends up, well, he gets a little bit of value there, but I think he was perhaps looking to grab a little bit more value with his queen going in there, perhaps grabbing the air defense and the Grand Warden statue towards the back end. He's then going to be bringing in this E-Drag from the right hand side of the base, and of course that E-Drag is going to be getting sniped very quickly here by the air defense. Not much chain value here for the E-Drag, so complete waste really of 30 housing space. These dragons up at that 1 o'clock section going to be held up there by the clan castle troops, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well. Bringing that Stone Slammer in from the 11 o'clock section, unfortunately misses the Eternal Tome, but you'll see the pathing is kind of weird here for these troops. We of course have that sweeper in the core of the base, so that's going to push those troops that came out of the slammer right onto the outside, but the drag is already starting to path away from where Luke was wanting. He does drop down that heal spell, but our dragons not really making the most of it until right there. But we still of course have the air defense and the Tesla farm here to deal with on the back end. Finally we're going to start to get some dragons pushing towards this centralized expo, which is one of the defenses, the key defenses in this base that I spoke about at the start. It really is a very strong defense on this base, and it causes a lot of issues because not many troops usually path to it, but it's going to be these 5 Teslas. That Tesla farm on the back end absolutely devastating there, causing a lot of issues. He ends up running out of time on this one, but yeah, really strong defense there to kick off proceedings. So we're now going to see Vio coming in here with a Queen Charge Lalo. Now, Queen Charge Lalo definitely one of the strongest strategies at pretty much every Town Hall, from Town Hall 9 all the way up through to Town Hall 14. And in the current meta, it is absolutely crushing as long as you can execute it right. So Vio is going to be pushing their queen right in towards this Town Hall compartment. Couple of Kokoloons going in, only really needed to funnel a couple of buildings. Use that king over towards the bottom left hand side of the base as well. So the queen's going to have no real issues. Pushing on through, is going to snipe that Town Hall nice and early. Then decides to bring in that super wall breaker. That's going to open up that next compartment. Remember, we do have the tornado trap over beside that Town Hall, so depending here on where that queen paths, we might just be able to catch her for a little bit. But here comes that CC. Now the CC is a very interesting CC. We have a Hound, 1 Headhunter, and then archers, and this is basically used to stall up queen charges and suis for as long as possible. And you can see that's exactly what's going to be happening here. We leave that queen in that compartment just sitting there, taking her time, trying to get through as many of these pups as she can before progressing further into the base. Now, the sweepers on this base beautifully placed, because without the use of those rage spells on the queen, it pushes the sweepers all the way back, meaning that queen doesn't have any protection healing her back up, and she's going to end up going down right there, even with her ability having gone off early. Now Laloing directly against the second core sweeper, and again, look at this Expo go to town. The sweeper pushing the balloons back while the Expo snipes them down. We had a couple of black bombs up towards that 12 o'clock air defense, which does end up doing a lot of work. You can see that Expo finally is going to go down there, but not before it has done a lot of work. Now, honestly, VO, I'm really surprised they let their queen die so early in this attack. I think they probably could have got a little bit more value if they tried to protect their queen. Of course, we had that jump spell here for the back end. The Lalo was not the worst Lalo I've seen, but I think we maybe just didn't protect our queen quite enough. But another very strong defense here coming in for Martinez, who is, of course, the base builder of this base. An absolutely godly base builder, putting up another OP base for you guys over on our YouTube channel. So if you guys do like his bases and you want to get a custom one built by him, feel free to head over to the description. You'll find links to our website where you are going to be able to pick up bases from there, or if you're more of a Discord kind of person, you can also grab them from Discord. But he is a really strong base builder, would highly recommend him. But you can see Yin Yang going to be coming in here. We're actually coming in with a pretty interesting queen charge in from that 3 o'clock section, but already encountering issues. And that is the issue, that if you push in from this side, you have to be really careful with the placement of your healers. Otherwise, you're going to lure the CC and come into contact with that multi-target Inferno at exactly the same time. We do end up getting our king to go into the town hall, but he does not take it down. That tornado trap coming in clutch there stalls up the king, long enough that he's not going to be able to grab that town hall. But the queen is going to continue pushing on without her ability, so it's very important here that Ying pushes that queen through to grab the town hall. Lalo now going to be coming in from that 12 through to kind of 9 o'clock section. And you can see the pathing definitely better here on this Lalo, but the issue is we're saving our Grand Warden ability probably to get us through that Tesla farm here in the back end, but we hardly have any balloons left. We finally decide to drop down our Eternal Tome ability. Our queen is already dead in that 3 o'clock compartment, and now we're just trying to throw as much in to secure this town hall as we possibly can. But with that still up, is there going to be enough in this Stone Slammer to grab that second star? Yes, there is just enough. If that tornado trap had not been pulled by the king, this probably would have been a 1 star, but it ends up being incredibly low there, and one of the best defenses we'll see on this base. So again, we're going to see some zap spells coming in. Those are going to be used to take down 2 of those air defenses. A really popular strategy at Town Hall 12 is, of course, zap dragons. It's really popular kind of through from Town Hall 9 all the way through to kind of Town Hall 12. After that, we don't tend to see it too much. But again, another different take on this base. Max is going to be coming in here with the king and the queen coming in from the 12 o'clock section. So like I said, that Eagle Artillery is really tempting for attackers. It's nice and open. Don't even need a wall break to get our king and queen into that Eagle Artillery. But the issue is, they're not going to be able to pick up too much more value than that. We see Max coming in with a spam wall of dragons here from that right hand side of the base. The queen is going to end up walking away, and that Expo already sets to work on her. King is going to be finally taken down right there. The Lava Hound is going to stall up our queen up here at this 11 o'clock section as the dragons now start to make their way through the base. The big issue here is Max just decided that who needs to funnel? Well, apparently not him. The queen ends up going down to this Lava Hound, and now we have all these lava pups coming over to cause these dragons a few issues. So we do still have our Eternal Tome ability. There is the Tornado Trap, which is what I spoke about at the start. Really ideal placement on this Tornado because it causes a lot of issues for Sui's, which we saw with that previous attack. The King got caught up, and it's going to really stall up Lalo's if they push over the Town Hall, or in this case we had the Stone Slammer getting caught up in it. Luckily he did still have his Eternal Tome ability, so he was able to protect his troops. However, if we look at the pathing here, well, firstly, Max did a garbage job at actually funneling his troops into the base. However, we have to give credit where credit is due. A lot of trash here on the outside of the building made sure that these dragons pushed to the outside rather than into the core, which leaves the Tesla farm on the back end. We still have the multi-target Inferno. Of course, we still have that core sweeper and the double expo. So this back end of the base, which for some reason seems to always be the back end. Nobody seems to want to enter into this side, and this base is incredibly strong against these air attacks just because it's so baited. Both of the sweepers almost facing the same way means that they're always going to enter from pretty much the 12 through to 3 o'clock section with their Lalo or with their dragons, and it always means they have to go against the double multi-target Inferno and the Tesla farm through the back end of the base. So seeing a slight different attack here coming in from from Legends BR. Queen Charge now going to be coming in from that 1 o'clock section. So again, just mixing it up a little bit, something slightly different coming in here. And this is the 5th and final attack we're going to be taking a look at here on this base. So the Queen, of course, is going to have to deal with this enemy King as our King starts to do a little bit of work down here towards that right hand side of the base. King still trying to go strong. We pop his ability. He is going to be able to get in there, take down the air defense. Via completely underestimating the power of the King on defense. Doesn't funnel enough, and our Queen already starts to walk. That air defense actually picking off one of our healers right there already. We do lure out that CC. Nothing takes down the Eagle Artillery. So we talk about how easy the Eagle Artillery is to take down, and neither the King nor the Queen Charge were able to grab it right there. Now, finally, we're actually going to get a Queen pushing over towards this left-hand side of the base, even if it's not exactly where we were looking for. But again, just the weird style of this base makes it very, very difficult to distinguish where exactly your King, your Queen, your troops are going to pass to next. Very smartly here, we do get a couple of wizards just to deal with that Eagle Artillery, having to poison, having to freeze, but we only have one healer left. It's going to be taken down here by that multi-target Inferno, and let's be honest, this Queen Charge did not get very much value. This 12 o'clock section of the base is pretty much clear, but pushing now directly against two multi-target Infernos and a Tesla farm. Well, this is certainly going to be pretty tough here because these hogs have been split pretty massively. Let's be honest, the Tesla farm split these hogs absolutely everywhere. It means he's not going to be able to get too much value. His Grand Warden absolutely screws him here. His Grand Warden ends up getting lured down to the south section of the base rather than sticking with the majority of these hog raiders. He is going to be able to continue pushing on through, and he does still have that Eternal Tome ability, so he's going to go ahead and pop that just to try and secure that Town Hall. We have a couple of these Hog Raiders now working on the Town Hall, even with the Giga Inferno up there, or the Giga Tesla, sorry, not going to quite be enough to stop that from picking up the second star. Finally, we're going to see that Tesla, Tornado Trap, sorry, popping here on the back end, but it's going to be a really strong defense to finish off this video. This base is absolutely insane. Like, these attackers are not bad attackers. These were all in League Wars, and yet they managed to defend so much. 5 out of 5 defenses for Martinez on this base. Absolutely godly. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe, like as well, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.